This mod review is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. So guys, today I've got a mod mashup for you. We've got 8 trucks, all from the Expendables modding group over at Facebook. These are the trucks that have been released by the group itself. If you go over there and you've got a Facebook account, I suggest maybe you join their group. While their group is closed, they have released all of their official trucks. All 8 of these have been released over at modhub.us, and I will have a link to all of these trucks down in the description below, should you choose to go ahead and get one for yourself. But I'd suggest, if you want, go ahead and sign up for the group, because not only are they very active in continuing to develop and release more trucks, it looks like there is a very active membership community there, and they've got a couple posts, one set up to basically document all of their official releases, and one set up to help collect all of the community mods that have been posted up over there. So there is quite an active community there at Expendables modding. So let's start taking a look at their trucks. First, let's go to cars, and we'll take a look at the pickup options. They have basically released 5 pickups that you can take a look at. We've got 2 Ford F350s. We've got a Dodge 2nd Gen chassis. We've got an old 1971 Chevy long bed stock truck. And then we've got this beast, this Ford 6x6 beast we're going to take a look at. Start here with the F350 2010 edition regular cab. See, we get it in white to start out with. It does have a 5th wheel hitch in the back and a fuel tank, as well as a rear window guard. We have choices of main color. Go with light blue. I did notice that the Ford background of the Ford logo is also changing with our color selection. I would have thought that that would have stayed typical Ford blue, but that is just something I wanted to point out. And then we've got the choices of single or duals. Okay, if we go dually, did also notice we've got a little bit of something fading through here on the wheel wells. And then we have a choice of single rears or rear dual wheels. Okay, we're going to go with singles and single rear wheels just for the sake of aesthetics. 400 horsepower, 80 liters, 74 miles per hour. This will go out the shop at $21,995. We're going to go ahead and lease this up and take a look at her. I'm not a super big fan of these wheels. They look a little bit too fancy for a work truck. But hey, we'll go with it. Got the Ford Super Duty on the back. We've got a Reese hitch on the back, as well as a Reese 5th wheel hitch. Look around the front. Lots of nice shiny chrome. Take a look at the interior. Very nice interior. Steering wheel spins on its center axis. Very nice. Doesn't spin shaped, oblong. Did notice that there is, I think, a bit of a texture missing here at the bottom. Let's move and see. I can see I can see the road down there behind the passenger seat. Something down there that's we're missing a texture on. We do have animated gauges, but we do not have a lit dash on this truck. And this is actually one of the first trucks released by this group. And sadly, we're not sporting the new FS19 lights quite yet. Still sporting some old school lights And if you look close, you can see a box around these roof lights. But the lights all do work. You have 4 ways of right and left blinkers. You have first stage, second stage, third stage lights. Truck drives very nice. Very nice sound to it. I'm going to park that one there. And come around here and take a look at the next truck. And that is going to be the Ford F350 Crew Cab 2011 edition. Very, very similar to the first truck we took a look at. We got a Reese fifth wheel hitch. We've got the fuel tank. Got a rear hitch in the back. We've got color selection. Once again, the Ford logo is color selectable. An odd deal there. Again, we have our choice of single or dual fenders, but this time with duals, we don't have the bleed through or whatever here on the wheel wells, and we have our choice of single rears or dual rears. And also, change our dual rears, we get a completely different set of rubber and rims on the truck here. And this will take us out the door at 32,600. Again, 400 horsepower, 80 liters, 74 miles per hour. Let's take a look at this one. Lots of details are the same on this truck as was on the other truck back there. Inside, pretty much at a glance, the same interior. Wheel spins, except now we got 4 bucket seats. Back is kind of a bench. Turn it on, we can see the fuel gauge moved up. We've got RPMs. Speedometer moves. Once again, we've got the old style lights. They do work. Got our 4 ways. Lights on the mirrors. Top running lights on the roof. First stage, second stage. Reverse lights, brake lights. Once again, this truck drives very nice. Let's take a look at the inside. Mirrors could be a bit better. They are the side windows, kind of a tint. There's kind of a haze to the mirrors. But I think that is also a deal where maybe the setup for the mirrors is a little bit different in 19 than it was from 17. Because we'll see in some latter trucks that the mirrors get straightened out. So I hope that they release an update to these 2 trucks to kind of correct a couple of those issues, specifically with the lights. Kind of picky with lights. You know, I'd like to see the FS19 lighting setup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dodge now. 2nd gen Dodge, regular cab, and out the door, this comes with a bed cap to it. Change color. Go with the yellowish look. Now, the bed cab, sadly, there's a couple logos back here, a couple stickers. It's not my cup of tea, and I'd rather not show you those, just because they're not my cup of tea. I would like the ability to basically be able to select those off. If I were to drive this truck in game, I would probably go into the editor and see if I could delete those those logos and those stickers off the back. But we have a choice of the bed cap or the fuel tank. And if we get the fuel tank, we've got our fifth wheel hitch and the fuel tank there and our hitch on the back. Got the mud terrains, and then we've got fuels. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of these rims. They just look a little bit too showy to be on a real work truck. Mud terrains, I'll go with that. They look like they are kind of a work truck. Truck's got a little bit of lift on it. I'll go with it. 400 horsepower, 80 liters, 74 miles per hour, $15,800. This one is a bit cheaper. Lease her up. Look at her. On the inside. So once again, we do not have a lit dash, and unlike the Fords, the steering wheel is a bit off center axis with its rotation. It kind of wibble wobbles around a bit. If you were someone that drove a lot in cab, you might not overly like seeing that. We do though have really nice mirrors on the left and right. Might not be aimed the way I would prefer, but the center mirror is a bit of a haze. It's got like a film that's going on over it. Take a look at the lights. Once again, we've got the old school lights. I hadn't quite figured out the lights yet. See a little bit of a square. I don't know if it's coming through on the stream or not, or the recording, but we got a little bit of a square there on the headlights that we can see. They would release this with FS19 lights. That would be super awesome. We've got our four-ways. Even have in-cab indicators. I saw that through the window there. Right blinkers, left blinkers, our running lights. First stage, high beams. There we got backup lights, brake lights. Everything's good to go. Once again, the truck drives very nice. Got decent suspension work. A little bit stiff on the suspension, but you know, works good. Pretty good turning radius. Parking all our trucks up here. Now let's go and take a look at what is my personal favorite pickup truck in this mashup. That is the 1971 Chevy long bed. I think I like this one the most because it is the most stock of all four. Got two color options. We've got our main color, which changes the top here and the bottom, and then we've got our design color, which changes the middle and the top. As we get some accents here on the wheels. We have a fifth wheel hitch option. We have a bed cover option. And we have a bed cap option. Thankfully with this one, it is stock. We don't have those stickers on this one like we did on the back of the Dodge. Got C10 logo. C10 logo with roof lights. C30 or C30 with roof lights. Go back to the C30, then we can go to C30 rims. That. Stock engine or tow tune. 400 horsepower for the tow tune. 300 horsepower for the stock. And this one out the gate will get you $34,100 as configured. Go ahead and take a look at her. Now, the three trucks that we've shown so far, you cannot lower the rear gate. At least I haven't figured out how to lower the rear gate. This one, though, we do have a trick. We hit X, we can drop the rear gate. It'd be cool if we had the bed cap here. If when we drop the rear gate, the back window lift up. That would be pretty cool, I think. Take a look on the inside. Turn the wheel. Wheel mostly is centered. It's a little bit off. Not too bad. You could kind of chalk that up to the fact that it's an old truck. We even got a key in the steering wheel. The ignition column. That's pretty cool. And take a look at this nice interior. It's just stock. Nice white fabric bench seat. Nice hood liner, roof liner. And we can see our left and our right and our center. Now the center mirror is a bit smoked. That is because we're going through so much glass there. I'll give it that. You have animated gauges and the clock even works. No, sorry, the clock isn't working. Sorry. When I was looking at this truck earlier, it was around 12:30, 35. So I was like, "Oh, look, the clock works." But now look, it's 107. That's clearly not 107. It would be cool if those hands moved though. You have gauges that light up on the inside when we turn on our lights. And thankfully we finally have FS19 lights. Thank goodness. I don't know what I'd have done if this truck did not have these cool lights on it. 4 ways. Got backup light. And have the flashers on the sides. Right blinker, left blinkers. First stage, low beams, high beams. Horn. Like I said, I think I like this because it's just so stock. Sounds good. Like the dual exhaust out the back. Now we go to the beast. Ford 6x6. This thing is huge. And this is the first truck in this group that actually costs us money per day. $10 a day on this thing. What is up with that? 700 horsepower, 120 liter fuel tank, 55 miles per hour down the road. I don't know how this thing does 55 miles an hour down the road with that. Let's go ahead and look at the colors choices. We've got a ton of color options here. Tan. And we've even got some interesting black metallic. That would, so that's going to look hot. We'll just leave it at black metallic. Without decals or with decals? Well, black metallic with decals, that doesn't look so hot. So maybe we need to change it. Just a metallic look. See what that thing looks like. You could also get it chrome. Imagine a chrome truck. Oh my gosh, that would blind people. But see, we can pick. Oh, look at that green. I have to go with that. That's not a show truck. What is, right? So then we can get off-road set 1. We got a couple sets of tires we can go with. Go with Alcoa's Dual. Off-road set 2. And then we can go Expendables all-terrain. Those just look like those just eat anything that's on the road. On or off the road. Got a 5th wheel hitch on the back. Back bed, we got a flatbed, and we've got a hitch on the back. 96,500 as configured. Take a look at this thing. Holy cow. Beast. Inside. Jump up inside here. Wheel spins nice. Board looks a bit out of focus. Working gauges. Got a pretty good looking interior here. 3 rows of bucket seats. Little lights. Got some cool LED looking lights here. Lights on the top. Lights on the side. Lights all around. Reverse lights. Brake lights. 4 ways. Left blinkers that include the mirrors. Right blinkers. It'd be nice to see if these down here blinked also. We got a flag, American flag logo there between the wheels, or between the lights. That's pretty cool. This thing does have straps. I should mention all of the trucks do have straps on them. Strapability. Look at this thing. This thing is just beastly. Now, the one thing that I did notice with this truck is it doesn't appear to have any interior or any drive shaft connecting the front and rear drive axles. This truck is a billy goat. It will climb pretty much anything. See, there's no drive shaft down there. It'd be nice to see a drive shaft, even if it wasn't animated or wasn't rotating. You need a truck that is going to be king of the hill. This is it. This is the king of the hill truck. Sure. Now, let's take a look at some semis from Expendables Modding. Go over to trucks now. We've got 3 semis to take a look at. This time we're going to work right to left. We've got the Mack Superliner Day Cab. $119,000. Stock. Got a choice between main color and then design color, and the design color is the air cleaner here. Make it dirt just to have a little bit of a contrast. And our configuration is standard or trailer hitch. Put a trailer hitch on the back. And the trailer hitch also includes a PTO option. Lizard wheels are Nokian wheels. And when I see this with Nokian wheels, the first thing I think of is this would be a mega log hauler Nokian wheel. Then we've got without logos or with door logos. We get some Expendables Modding logo here on the door. Go to a grill logo. We get the same logo here on the grill. Grill and door. Okay. Grill logo with glow. So this one, logo will glow up when we turn the lights on. Grill logo with glow and door logos. Okay, you can see where we're going here. And no logo. So let's just go with grill glow. Dual fenders or full fenders here on the back. Okay. And we got a choice between a 460 horsepower engine or a 850 horsepower engine. 440 liters of fuel and 49 miles per hour. tab into our truck here. Take a look at her. Is quite a beauty. Got exhaust, rear fifth wheel. Got that rear hitch with PTO. Jump in. Check out the interior. Wheel spins mostly centered. It's a little bit off. You have some animated gauges here. Okay, let's check and see if the gauges light up. Not light up. See if we got 4 ways. Left blinker, right blinker, and look at that logo light up there in the front. Lights up a little bit of the engine through that grill there. Got rear work light, and I like how they use this light that's kind of got a yellow tint to it. You know, kind of for the old school headlights that kind of had that yellow look to them. Have an interesting engine there. Now we've got mirrors aren't so hot here. I mean, I'm looking at my stack there. Not really sure what I'm looking at over there. Something off to the side. Interior is very nice. Now, camera is a bit in the rear window, rear seat. Look back. I'm kind of looking through the seat, but at any rate, pretty nice looking truck. We do have an animated drive shaft on this one. See there rotating. Kind of a stiff suspension, but the rear wheels do move on their own. Two more trucks, then we'll be done. Now have a Freghtliner Coronado SD drop on in there. We have a choice of main color, star orange, without logos. Then we've got the standard door logos, grill with glows, etc. Let's go with door logos. Now we have strobes. It took me a while to figure out what this was changing. Look at the bottom bumper here. No strobes. Strobes, we get 4 little lights. That's all that the strobes are. Got stock and more horses. We have a choice between 460 or 850 horsepower, 880 liters in the fuel tank, and 49 miles per hour. I like this one as a good log truck because it's got the back rack to protect the driver in the event of a log shifting. And that's pretty much what we got here. It's not a lot of options. Very cheap, $120,000 out the door with the color change. Better. Not too terrible bad. On the inside, and we've got this interesting red wood paneling interior. Mirrors aren't too bad, but they're not the best. Not really sure how close to the how close the things are that's in the mirror really are to the back of me. And if we turn on all lights, we see we do have light indicators, but the dash doesn't light up. We do have a RPM and a speedometer that changes. Kind of hard to see. I don't know if y'all can see it in the recording, but it's a very, very small needle. Steering wheel does rotate nice and centered. Look at our lights. four ways, reverse lights, we got brake lights, left. And you see the strobes flashing there, right. Then we have our headlights. We got our running lights, include top lights. We got lights on the side there. I guess that's the air cleaner intake. Front lights, front high beams, back lights, and there we are. We've got stock. These are standard in-game tires, I think, from the in-game trucks. We also have a rotating drive shaft like we did on the Mack. Pretty cool. Cool truck. And last but not least, I have to say, another truck that I think is just completely beyond itself. That is 1948 Chevy Flatbed. Look at this thing. This big old bubble beetle looking front cab to it. Got the rear flatbed and the wood. If anything, the wood is just over shellacked. I mean, that thing is just, thing is sheened. If that was wet and you were trying to walk on that, you'd be on your tail in no time. Wish that was maybe dulled down a bit. Like that we got details. The wood's all banged up, very well weathered, but it's just a bit too shiny for my taste. I'd like to see it dulled down a bit. So we've got our choice of main color. Now let's pick something nice and old school looking. Bed gates on or off. Okay. And engine stock at 300 horsepower, 80 liters, 74 miles per hour, or tow tuned, 400 horsepower, 80 liters, 74 miles per hour. I think even stock, this might be a little bit on the high horsepower range. This thing up. $30,100 out the door as you see it right here. Truck does have a rear hitch. Long flatbed on it. Little look at the inside. Very basic interior. Still spins a little bit off axis, but you know what? We'll forgive it for being an old truck. Very basic interior. Nice cloth texture and look on the seats. This headliner. That mirror is not too terrible bad. The mirror on the right is completely useless up there on the stalk. And then we got what must be the world's smallest rear view mirror that we're sporting. I don't think they had very big rear view mirrors back then anyway. We got animated gauges. And the gauges glow at night. See what we're doing in the middle of the night. Got our running lights. Our four ways. Reverse lights. Blinkers even light up the side of the bed. Very cool. Running lights, low beams, high beams. Third stage is pretty much nothing and off. And if we push the X button, see the gates open up and lay down. I'll bring that back up. Bed does have straps on it. We could open up this. We could load this up with pallets, bales, whatever. We could back this up to a ramp, load a vehicle or implement up on it, close up the gates, drive it off to the farm. She is pretty. I think I like it because it's pretty much, you know, it's stock, not super, other than the bed rails being a little bit glossy. You know, if this was toned down a bit, but look how beat up and weathered and worn that wood looks. It's just maybe a bit more on the matte side. pretty cool. Got some various stains, random stains on it. So guys, that is the 8 trucks as they are currently released over at Expendables Modding's Facebook group. All of these trucks are also available over at modhub.us. We'll have links to all of these mods in the modhub.us site in the description, as well as a link to the Expendables Modding group over on Facebook. Encourage you to go sign up for them. Keep track of their progress, because there is at least one other variant of this truck that's yet to be released. It looks like it's a auto hauler or vehicle hauler, and I can expect that we're going to see lots of other vehicles coming out of this Facebook group in the future. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think, not only of this video and of these trucks, but of the Expendables Modding group. If you've got any ideas or suggestions, like I say, go ahead and go over there, join up, and start a conversation. So until next time, guys, happy farming.